Have you ever stood on stage and literally your heart is pounding, you're nervous, you're afraid? Honestly to God, it happens to everyone, and I can say I've been a victim of this as well, because public speaking, no matter how much of a professional you are, it can still get you. So how do you prepare yourself in advance, and how do you build and overcome this level of sort of low self-esteem and confidence whilst you are on stage? And one of the things I've learned over the years and I've able to implement on my own journey is the 5 C's of public speaking. So what are they and why do I use them? So the 5 C's of public speaking helped me overcome low self-esteem because I was an introvert. And I grew up to be able to sort of challenge myself to overcome these public speaking. Every time I go on stage, I am looking at myself and thinking, gosh, there's too many people there, too many eyes looking at me. Each eye is almost like it's haunting me. How do I overcome that? So I want to share with you the 5 C's of public speaking so you can turn these doubts into more confidence and agility in your public speaking. First and foremost is clarity. Know what you are going to say, because the last thing you want to do is go on stage unprepared, unplanned, and trying to get your message across, because you know what, it just wouldn't land. So you need to know who your audience are, you need to know why you are delivering this message, and you need to understand what sort of message it is you want to land with the audience. So be clear and precise with what it is you're going to say, because a clear message with clarity overcomes any form of doubt when you are presenting on stage. Next is commitment. And please do not underestimate why commitment is important. Now, commitment, what that does is you are buying into the message first. And what that does is allows you to share that message, so you are not speaking to the audience, you are speaking for the audience. The audience will then build a relationship with you because there's a commitment to what it is you are saying. And they want to see that connection. They want to see that ability that you are committed to the words you are saying and you feel passionate about it. And that passion is what helps the audience connect with your message. Next is confidence. You want to go on stage, you want to stand tall, you want to take a deep breath, and you want to hit that message as hard as you can and as powerful as you can, but in certain moments taking a pause, taking a break, because what you want to do is speak with confidence. Confidence comes from owning the stage. You don't want to be static standing in a single spot and trying to land that message. Use the space. It's there for you to utilize. And what that does is it helps you command that stage. And this is what helps build your confidence as you're sort of going through your message. And don't worry, even if the first couple of sentences that you're trying to make and present on stage, you don't feel it, you don't quite connect with the audience, and you feel you're getting nervous, command the stage. Take a deep breath, take a moment of pause, and let the silence do its work. Once the silence does its work and you're able to then speak up, you build that level of confidence, because the more you are in your flow, you become more aware that actually I'm not really presenting to the audience, I'm having a conversation with the audience, and this is how you shape up your level of confidence on stage. Fourthly, it's connection. Your eyes tell a massive story connecting with the audience. What you don't want to do is go looking around feeling as if you are lost. When you start building a connection on stage, it's important that your eyes do a lot of the talking. You are talking to somebody. You are speaking to a group of people. And what that does is helps them feel a part of your message, because you're making a very, very important point. You want to land that message, and you want to land that to a person, not to the back of the room, not to a space, because that shows that you are getting nervous. And so when you start owning that stage, and when you share that message and you're able to show that you are connecting with the audience, it's very, very important. Another thing is empathy, being empathetic. When you're telling your story, a personal story is something the audience really connects with. And I always share that as part of a journey. Even if it's a small nugget that you want to share with the audience that connects with the message, overarching message you're willing to land, that helps people resonate with the message you are landing. And that connection is so important. Finally, the 5th C is control. Control is everything in the presentation. You want to be in control of your message. You want to be in control of the stage. So how do you do all of that? being able to breathe, being able to pause, being able to own that silence, being able to make sure that you are understanding how the audience are reacting to your message is vastly important. If there are things you are saying and then you notice the audience are starting to have a conversation amongst themselves, it's not landing well, what can you do to tweak that? You need to be in control of your message, and the way you do that is being brave, being able to have the ability to divert if you need to. And so planning and preparing in advance is so crucial so that you are always in control of the message you want to land. And so command the stage, stay in control, and make sure you are using gestures. Gestures to be able to say, okay, that my body is going to do a lot of talking, my mouth is going to do a lot of talking, my eyes are going to do a lot of talking. And then when you start noticing the audience are responding to certain messages, your ears do a lot of talking. So always be in command and always be in control. So to wrap up, the 5 C's of public speaking: clarity, commitment, confidence, connection, and control. Each one is a building block. Together, when you start piecing them brick by brick, they help somebody who has a fear of public speaking, has a low self-esteem in public speaking, overcome their fear so that they're able to then go and control that stage. Remember, you are serving your audience. You are there presenting to your audience, landing a message that means something to you and to them. And this is why, yes, you may be nervous when presenting, but when you start looking at these 5 C's and you utilize this framework going forward, you will develop a level of confidence to be able to then land your message and land to the point that you need to land. If you found this video useful, I would highly recommend viewing my Present with Confidence course. It's here on YouTube. Here is the link, and you'll be able to do a 30-minute course to help build your level of confidence in public speaking. I'll see you on my next video.